Welcome to Brewtok, where coffee isn't just a drink, it's a lifestyle and also a socially accepted addiction. Here we roast beans and people. We break down the wild truths about caffeine culture, coffee shops, and the chaos that happens between sips. Funny stories, over-the-top voiceovers, and just enough wisdom to justify your next latte. So grab your cup, take a sip, because on Brewtok, the coffee is always hot, and the jokes are always darker than your espresso. Headaches, mood swings, cold sweats. That's your brain throwing a tantrum like an addict. Yes, coffee withdrawal is basically mini heroin withdrawal. But before we get to the suffering, the pain, the bargaining with God at 2 a.m., we need to understand how we got here. Because coffee isn't just a drink, it's not just brown bean water in a cup. Coffee is a culture. Coffee is a cult. And most of us are loyal members. Think about it. No other beverage has this much control over humanity. Not water. Not juice, not even alcohol. Coffee has built entire empires. Coffee has started revolutions. Coffee has kept capitalism alive when it should have collapsed years ago. Every morning, billions of people across the globe wake up, and the first thought in their brain isn't about love or family or gratitude for another day. And God help anyone who gets in the way of that mission. It's not just a drink, it's a ritual. The alarm goes off. You stumble into the kitchen like a zombie. The world is blurry, your brain is foggy, your soul is basically offline, but then you brew that first cup. The smell hits you. Warm, roasted, comforting. You take a sip. Suddenly, you're alive, the lights turn on. The background music starts playing, you go from useless lump to functioning adult in 30 seconds. That's not a beverage, that's sorcery. Here's the wild part, we act like coffee is just a harmless hobby. We laugh, we make mugs with cute little slogans, we wear t-shirts about it. Imagine saying the same thing about heroin. Not so cute now, huh? Coffee isn't just personal, it's social. It's the foundation of modern human interaction. First dates, coffee, business meetings, coffee, awkward catch-ups with old friends you haven't seen in years, coffee. Therapy sessions disguised as hanging out with your coworker, coffee. Coffee shops are our temples. We sit there, sipping our $7 lattes, pretending we're cultured while secretly eavesdropping on the couple arguing at the next table. Without coffee shops, half of society's awkward socializing would just vanish. But the real power of coffee? Productivity. Coffee is the fuel of the modern worker. You think your boss cares about your passion for the job? No. Your boss knows you're powered by caffeine. Coffee keeps offices alive. Coffee makes people type faster. Coffee keeps customer service workers from snapping. Coffee is the only reason Karen hasn't been strangled in a Target parking lot. And look at students, all-nighters built on coffee, every essay written at 3 a.m. fueled by coffee, entire college degrees. Paid for in tuition, written in caffeine. Coffee doesn't just help you focus. It hijacks your nervous system, kicks your brain into high gear, and tricks your body into thinking you're not exhausted. That's not a drink. That's a performance-enhancing drug, and it's legal. Here's where it gets dangerous. Because once you start drinking coffee, your body expects it. Your brain rewires itself, your chemistry shifts. Caffeine blocks adenosine, the chemical that tells you you're tired. Your brain, being the petty little organ it is, says, "Oh, you're blocking adenosine? Fine. And now, congratulations, you're dependent." And the only cure is more coffee. That's not an enjoyment, that's an addiction. And it's not just you, it's everyone. Coffee is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's the second most traded commodity in the world after oil. Oil keeps machines running. Coffee keeps humans running. Every cafe, every office, every college campus, they're all caffeine distribution centers. If coffee suddenly disappeared tomorrow, society would collapse in less than a week. Forget the apocalypse. Forget nuclear war. The true end of civilization would be caffeine withdrawal on a global scale. Billions of people, all with headaches, mood swings, and rage in their eyes. Cities burning, families torn apart. Starbucks being rated like grocery stores in a zombie movie. So yeah, coffee is basically a cult. It has rituals, it has sacred spaces, it has a community, it has mantras and slogans. And most importantly, it punishes you when you try to leave. Because the moment you stop drinking coffee, the withdrawal begins. And that's when you realize you weren't just a fan of coffee. You were a prisoner, so let's test it. Let's cut the cord, let's go cold turkey. Day 1 without coffee, the denial, the confidence, the lies you tell yourself, and then the headache. Welcome to withdrawal. Day 1 without coffee begins with a lie. You wake up and tell yourself, I don't need it, I'm fine. My body makes its own energy. And technically, yes, that's true. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell, but mitochondria don't brew a caramel macchiato with extra whip, do they? So you march into the morning with fake confidence like a toddler wearing their parents' shoes. You sip water, you eat breakfast. You convince yourself this will be easy. You're still feeling good. The lie is holding up. You even start thinking dangerous thoughts like, wow, maybe I wasn't addicted after all. Maybe I'm built different. But then 10 o'clock hits. It starts as a whisper, a soft, nagging pulse at the back of your skull. You ignore it. Drink more water, smile, pretend you're fine. By 11, it's not a whisper anymore. It's a pounding drum. Every heartbeat feels like it's echoing inside your skull. The headache has arrived and it's hungry. Your brain starts bargaining immediately. Why don't we just smell the beans? Just a little sniff. Nobody has to know. You walk past the office coffee pot, pretending you don't care, but your eyes linger just a little too long. By noon, you're staring at it like it's forbidden fruit. Your coworkers laugh, sip their cups, steam rising like little halos above their mugs. And you're sitting there with your sad little water bottle, feeling like you're on the wrong side of history. You tell yourself you're strong, you tell yourself this is nothing, but every part of your body is screaming. Your eyelids feel like bricks, your focus is shattered. Reading one email takes as much effort as solving advanced math. And then comes the mood. Suddenly everyone is annoyed. Someone laughs too loudly and you want to throw a stapler. Someone asks a simple question and you hear it as a personal attack. Even the sound of someone chewing gum feels like torture. You're not yourself anymore. You're a cranky, irritable husk, stomping through the day fueled only by spite. By mid-afternoon, the denial is gone. You know you're addicted. You can feel it in every aching nerve, every ounce of fatigue weighing on your shoulders. But you keep telling yourself, I can make it through one day, just one day. 5 o'clock comes. The workday is over. You drag yourself home, head still pounding, brain still foggy, body still begging for caffeine. You collapse on the couch like you've just returned from war, and then it hits you. This was only day 1. Tomorrow will be worse. Day 2 begins with pain. You open your eyes and immediately regret it. The headache never left. It just camped out overnight, unpacked its bags, and invited all its cousins. Your skull feels like it's being squeezed in a vice. You stumble out of bed slower than usual. Yesterday you were still faking it, still lying to yourself that you didn't need coffee. But today, there's no pretending. Today you know you're in trouble, your body is heavy. Your brain is slower than dial-up internet. Every thought takes the scenic route before it reaches you. You stare at the mirror and for a moment you don't even recognize yourself. You brush your teeth, you splash water on your face. You whisper, I can do this. But the whisper doesn't sound convincing anymore. By the time you get to work, the anger has arrived. And it's not a casual irritation. It's volcanic. The smallest things set you off. Someone typing too loudly. Someone clicking their pen. Someone daring to breathe in your general direction. Every sound feels amplified. Every person feels intolerable. You're not just cranky, you're hostile. And the worst part, you know it. You can hear yourself snapping, rolling your eyes, sighing dramatically. But you can't stop it. You're a walking storm cloud thundering through the day. The headache grows sharper, your focus evaporates. You reread the same sentence 3 times and still have no idea what it says. You send an email and immediately forget what you wrote. Your brain is offline, operating in safe mode. Then the yawning starts. Constant, uncontrollable yawns that make your coworkers ask if you're okay. You're not. You're falling apart in real time. By lunch, the bargaining begins. Maybe I'll just have half a cup. Half a cup doesn't count, right? Or maybe green tea. Green tea has caffeine. That's basically the same. Or maybe I'll just smell the coffee grounds, no drinking, just aromatherapy. You pace around the break room like a junkie. The office coffee pot mocks you. Its warm smell floats through the air like a cruel reminder. And when someone pours themselves a fresh cup, you watch them with the intensity of a wolf watching prey. By mid-afternoon, your body is revolting. Cold sweats, shivers, waves of nausea. 1 second you're burning up, the next you're freezing. Your hands tremble slightly as you type, you're in detox, and everyone can see it. The coworkers whisper, your friends notice. You look worse than you feel, and you feel terrible. 5 o'clock finally comes and you drag yourself home again. This time the exhaustion is deeper. It's not just physical, it's emotional. You collapse on the couch, head in your hands, wondering if this was a mistake. Maybe coffee isn't the villain. Maybe coffee is a friend. A warm, reliable friend who never judged you, who always showed up when you needed it. And you realize something terrifying. This is withdrawal, and it's only getting started. Day 3 is where it gets dark. You wake up, but it doesn't feel like waking up. It feels like clawing your way out of a grave. Your body is heavy. Your head feels like it's been filled with wet cement. The headache isn't just pain now, it's identity. You are the headache. The mirror confirms it: pale skin, dark circles under your eyes, hair looking like it staged a rebellion overnight. You don't look like someone who quit coffee, you look like someone who's been through war. By now, the denial is long gone. You're not lying to yourself anymore. You know you're addicted. You can feel it in every nerve. And today, the withdrawal hits its peak. The cold sweats arrive without warning. You're sitting at your desk, typing, when suddenly a chill runs down your spine. Goosebumps rise, you shiver like you're outside in winter. 5 minutes later, you're peeling off layers, sweating through your shirt like you've run a marathon. Your coworkers glance at you like you've caught some unholy plague. You try to smile, pretend you're fine, but your hands are shaking. The lie doesn't land anymore. Then comes the nausea. Food doesn't look appealing. Even the thought of breakfast made you queasy. Lunch sits untouched on your desk while your stomach flips like it's auditioning for the Olympics. And your brain. Forget it, it's not working. Concentration is gone. You start one task, then wander off into another, then realize you forgot what you were doing in the first place. It's like living inside a foggy dream where nothing connects. But the worst part isn't the headache or the nausea or the fog, it's the rage. Someone asks you a simple question and you want to scream. Someone chews too loudly and you fantasize about flipping their desk. Someone jokes about needing their coffee and you nearly cry. The world is cruel. The people around you are unbearable. And inside, a voice whispers, "Why are you doing this to yourself?" That's when the bargaining hits full force. Maybe just one sip, not even a whole cup, just a sip. That wouldn't really count, would it? Or maybe an energy drink or tea. Or chocolate. Chocolate has caffeine, that's basically medicine. You start daydreaming about coffee. The sound of it pouring, the smell, the steam rising from the cup. You remember your favorite cafe, the one where the barista spelled your name wrong every time. Even that memory feels romantic now. By mid-afternoon, you're desperate. Every part of you is begging. You can feel the craving in your bones. It's not a want anymore, it's a need. And you realize something chilling. This is not just missing a beverage. This is your brain screaming for its fix. This is detox. Headaches, mood swings, cold sweats, nausea, anger, bargaining. It doesn't feel like coffee. It feels like something darker, something heavier. Something society never warned you about. You don't want to admit it, but deep down you know it's true. Coffee withdrawal isn't cute. It isn't funny. It's a mini heroin withdrawal, and you're living through it. Day 4 doesn't greet you. It ambushes you. You wake up already tired, not just sleepy, drained. As if someone unplugged your soul during the night and forgot to plug it back in. Your body feels heavy, like gravity doubled while you slept. Even sitting up in bed feels like work. The headache has faded, but it's been replaced with something worse: emptiness. A gray fog has settled over your brain. Everything feels dull. Colors seem muted. Time drags. Nothing feels interesting. You shuffle to the kitchen, not because you're hungry, but because habit tells you to. The empty spot where the coffee machine sits taunts you. You stare at it like an old lover who betrayed you. A part of you wonders if it's worth it. If you should just give in, pour a cup, end this misery, but you don't. You cling to your choice, though you're not sure why anymore. By mid-morning, the depression has set in. It's not dramatic movie scene depression, it's the slow, quiet kind. The kind where you sit at your desk, staring at your screen and think, what's the point? Tasks pile up. Emails go unanswered. You type 3 words, then delete them. You're not angry anymore, you're not bargaining, you're just flat. Conversations pass you by. You nod at the right times, but you're not really there. Your coworkers laugh at a joke and you can't even fake a smile. The energy to pretend is gone. Your body aches, your eyes burn, you yawn every 5 minutes. You drink water hoping it helps, but it doesn't. You chew gum, eat snacks, and walk around the office. Nothing breaks the fog. Lunch tastes bland. Food is just fuel now, nothing more. Even sugar doesn't spark joy. You realize how much coffee masked everything: the fatigue, the boredom, the lack of motivation. Without it, life feels slower, heavier, emptier. By afternoon, your willpower is fading. You start to wonder if this was a mistake. Why did you do this to yourself? Nobody forced you to quit. You chose this. You chose this suffering. The cravings are quieter now, but more insidious. Not the screaming, desperate kind of day 3. Now it's a whisper, a seductive little voice in the back of your mind. 1 cup, that's all it would take. Just 1. You'd feel alive again. You'd feel normal. You'd be yourself. You imagine it in detail. The warmth of the mug in your hands. The rich smell filling the air. The first sip, smooth and strong, flooding your system with relief. Your headache is gone, your mood lifted, your energy is restored. It would be so easy. And yet you don't. You sit in your fog, staring at the wall, waiting for the day to end. By evening, you collapse into bed early, not because you're sleepy, but because you have nothing left to give. You're not angry anymore, you're not fighting, you're just tired. And somewhere in the haze, the realization settles in. This isn't a battle you win in a single day. This isn't about willpower or strength. This is a war, and day 4 is proof that coffee wasn't just a habit. It was a lifeline. Without it, you're learning what you really are, and it's not pretty. Day 5 arrives with a choice. You wake up, and for a moment, you almost feel normal. The pounding headache is gone. The cold sweats have faded. The fog is still there, but lighter. It feels like maybe, just maybe, you've survived the worst of it. But then you move, and the heaviness returns. Your body aches, your brain drags, you're tired before the day even begins. And that's when the rationalizations begin. You tell yourself, I've proven my point. I've gone without coffee for 5 days. That's basically detox. I don't need to keep suffering. You tell yourself, I deserve a reward. And what better reward than the very thing I gave up? You tell yourself 1 cup won't hurt. Just 1. Not a relapse, a reset, a treat. The craving is back, but it's smarter now. It's not screaming. It's negotiating. It's whispering in your ear like a lawyer making its case. You go through the motions of your morning trying to resist, but the thought doesn't leave. In fact, it grows stronger with every passing minute. You picture it in your mind, the warmth of the mug, the smell of roasted beans, the steam rising like a halo. By the time you pass the cafe on the corner, you're already slowing down. You tell yourself you'll just look, just walk inside, just smell it, no harm in that. And then you're at the counter. The barista smiles, asks what you'd like. And before you can stop yourself, the words are out, a coffee, just a small one. The cup lands in your hands like destiny. You lift it, trembling slightly, and take that first sip. Relief, pure, overwhelming relief, your body shivers. Your brain lights up, the fog lifts, the fatigue melts away. It feels like waking up for the first time in days. Your heart races, your mood soars, and in that moment you realize something cruel. This isn't just coffee, this is control. It owns you, it always did. You laugh to yourself, pretending it's fine. You say things like, see, one cup, no big deal, I'm still in control. But deep down, you know the truth. This isn't the end of withdrawal, this is relapse. And tomorrow, it all begins again. Here's the part nobody likes to admit. Coffee isn't just your problem. It's everyone's. We glorify it, we worship it. We turn it into memes, mugs, and t-shirts. We wear our addiction like a badge of honor. We say it like it's a joke, but it's not a joke, it's a warning. Imagine if we did that with any other drug. Not so cute now, is it? But coffee gets a free pass. It's the socially accepted addiction. The one that doesn't just slide under the radar, it gets celebrated. Cafes on every corner. Instagram feeds full of latte art. We don't see it for what it is, a global dependency. Think about it. Coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world, right after oil. Oil keeps machines running. Coffee keeps humans running. Without oil, economies stall. Without coffee, civilization collapses. Every office, every school, every hospital, every home, they all hum to the rhythm of caffeine. It's the hidden power grid, the invisible fuel. The thing holding up our fragile little routines. And here's the kicker, we don't even question it. We don't ask why we need a chemical to function. We don't ask why normal means jittery focus instead of natural energy. We just drink, sip, repeat, until the day you stop, until you quit, until you try to break free. And then you realize just how deep the claws go. The headaches, the cold sweats, the fog, the rage, the bargaining, the relapse. That's not a craving, that's withdrawal, and yet society shrugs, because coffee has the best PR team in history. It's not a drug, it's a lifestyle, not a chemical, but a culture. We go on dates with it. We close business deals over it. We gather in temples called coffee shops, pay $8 for brown bean water, and walk away smiling. We joke about how addicted we are. But addiction is still addiction, even if it comes in a cute paper cup with your name spelled wrong on the side. And maybe that's the scariest part. Coffee isn't just a drink, it's not even just a drug. It's a habit that hides in plain sight. A ritual so normalized, nobody questions it. And the moment you try to walk away, you discover the truth. Coffee never needed you, you needed it. It's not just missing your latte, it's your brain throwing a tantrum like an addict. Headaches, sweats, rage, relapse. Mini heroin withdrawal in a paper cup. This is Brewtok, where caffeine, comedy, and chaos collide. Hit subscribe before your next crash.